Several of these societies predate human civilization by tens of millions of years. In each case, the social structure solves problems of coordination, resource management, and collective decision-making that human organizations struggle with at far smaller scales. Honeybees, Apis mellifera, select new nest sites through a democratic process that produces consensus without a leader. When a colony needs to relocate, scout bees explore potential sites independently and return to advertise their discovery through waggle dances. The vigor of the dance reflects the site's quality. Scouts that have found better sites dance more vigorously and for longer. Scouts that have found poorer sites dance less. Over hours to days, scouts visit each other's sites and update their dances based on what they observe. Gradually, the colony converges on the best site as poorer site scouts defect to dance for better ones. The process always reaches unanimity, all dancing scouts advertising the same site before the swarm moves. Decision theorists have studied the mechanism as a model for human consensus building. It reliably selects the objectively best option and does so without any individual holding veto power. Leafcutter ants, Atta and Acromyrmex species, have maintained fungus farms for approximately 50 million years, longer than human agriculture by a factor of 25,000. Colony sizes reach 8 million individuals. Workers cut leaf fragments, carry them underground, chew them into a substrate, and inoculate them with a specific strain of Leucoagaricus gondylophorus fungus, the colony's sole food source. The fungus strain is unique to leafcutter colonies and has been maintained in continuous culture since the Eocene epoch. Colonies maintain refuse chambers, ventilation shafts, temperature gradients between chambers, and a dedicated worker caste that does nothing but remove contaminated fungus. Antibiotic-producing bacteria on the ant's body suppress competing fungal species. The system includes waste management, pest control, climate control, monoculture agriculture, and microbial biotechnology, all without any individual understanding the whole. Naked mole rats, Heterocephalus glaber, live in colonies of 20 to 300 individuals with a strict eusocial structure, a single breeding queen, 2 to 3 breeding males, and a worker population that never reproduces. This is the only mammal known to have a physiological division of labor equivalent to ant or bee castes. Worker mole rats are not simply choosing not to breed but are physiologically suppressed. The queen's body is elongated relative to workers due to increased vertebral spacing developed through repeated pregnancy, the only mammal whose skeletal structure changes shape based on social role. Colonies can persist for decades. The queen breeds continuously for up to 30 years, and worker lifespans of 30+ years are documented. When a queen dies, a violent succession contest among female workers determines the replacement, and the winner's body begins elongating within months. Elephants, Loxodonta africana and Elephas maximus, maintain multi-generational knowledge through matriarchal social memory. The oldest female in a herd carries information that determines survival decisions for the entire group, which water sources exist during drought, which landscapes are safe, which sounds indicate a specific human threat. Research in Amboseli, Kenya, confirmed that herds led by older matriarchs responded appropriately to lion roars from more individuals, correctly identified as higher threat, while herds led by younger matriarchs did not make this distinction. When a matriarch dies, the knowledge dies with her. Herds that have lost their oldest female show reduced survival rates in subsequent drought years, attributable to navigating to water sources the deceased matriarch knew. The matriarch is not replaceable by pooling the knowledge of younger females. Army ants, Eciton burchellii, operate as a distributed computing system. A colony of up to 700,000 individuals builds temporary nests from their own bodies each night and dismantles them each morning with no planning phase. The bivouac structure, which can contain 700,000 ants interlocked by leg hooks, forms in approximately 1 hour without any ant holding a blueprint. Each ant responds only to its immediate neighbors and to chemical gradients. The resulting structure maintains internal temperature within 2 degrees Celsius of the optimal brood-rearing temperature regardless of external conditions, using body repositioning as a regulatory mechanism. Computer scientists have modeled the bivouac formation algorithm and applied it to self-assembling robotic swarms and distributed network load balancing, the emergent organization of the ant system outperforms centrally planned equivalents in simulations requiring adaptability. Sperm whale, Physeter macrocephalus, clans number in the hundreds to thousands of individuals and maintain distinct cultural identities for periods that exceed the research timespan of any ongoing study, meaning researchers have not observed the formation or dissolution of a clan. Within clans, communal calf care is practiced. Females take turns watching calves while mothers dive for food, and non-related females nurse calves alongside their own. Injured or ill adults are supported by group members who reduce their own foraging rate to stay near the disabled individual for periods of up to several days. After death, other sperm whales have been observed remaining with a body for extended periods and, in multiple documented cases, attempting to lift it to the surface. The social structure, clan cohesion, collective childcare, care for the injured, and what appear to be death rituals, has direct parallels to human communal living that are found in no other non-human species at this scale. Meerkats, suricata, maintain a cooperative society with division of labor, education of young, and century rotation, but the key feature is voluntary cost-bearing without guaranteed compensation. Sentries stand exposed on elevated positions for periods of up to an hour, making themselves visible to aerial predators, while group members forage below. They receive no food in exchange. Teaching is active. Adult meerkats capture scorpions, sting them to reduce venom output, and present them to pups, waiting for the pup to engage before intervening, a graduated exposure process that continued until the pup could handle a live scorpion. This was the first confirmed case of active teaching in a non-primate vertebrate, an adult modifying its behavior specifically to accelerate a naive individual's learning, at cost to the teacher. Banded mongooses, mungo, operate a cooperative childcare system in which all females in a group give birth within 24 hours of each other, a synchronization that eliminates the possibility of tracking which pup belongs to which female. Pups are therefore raised collectively from birth. Any adult male bonds with a pup without knowing its parentage and maintains that bond for the pup's entire juvenile period. Males carry food to their specific pup during the weaning period and continue to intervene in conflicts on behalf of their bonded pup into adulthood. The synchronized birth system appears to have evolved to prevent infanticide. If females cannot identify which pup is theirs, males cannot identify which pup is not theirs, making targeted infanticide unprofitable. It is the only documented case in mammals where a social synchronization mechanism functions as an infanticide prevention system by eliminating information rather than by providing defense. 8 societies. 8 different architectures for solving the same problem: how to keep large numbers of individuals alive and coordinated without a central authority. Tomorrow's animal does something that should be physically impossible. This channel posts a new animal fact video every day. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.